Hi everybody, this is Steve again. I'm going to show you how to completely disassemble a Ruger P95 9mm and a Glock 21-45 caliber handgun. A couple of things that I'm going to go over here with you is a couple of lubrications that you're going to use to clean and then lubricate afterwards. A good product you can use is called CLP. Okay, and what CLP after you fire it, or if you're just wanting to lubricate your gun after you're using it, CLP puts out a really good product. You can buy that in any local gun store that specializes in guns and stuff like that. It's not that expensive, you know, $4 or $5 for this whole bottle. Depending on how often you shoot and stuff, this bottle should last you, about a year or so. I mean, it's 2 fluid ounces. It doesn't look that big, but, looking at it in my hand and stuff like that, there's a full grip of it. I mean, it's a good product that you want to use to clean with. If you prefer a different type of lubrication after you have cleaned your gun, you can use this product called Militech. Militech is a phenomenal product that's currently out on the market. It's actually designed to get down into the holes and the little cracks and crevices of the gun, and then when your gun runs dry while you're shooting it, it's designed to relubricate itself. So one of the best products you can use. So what I do is, between both of the cleaners and stuff like that, I clean my gun with CLP, but when I go back to lubricate it, I use Militech. Militech is a really, really good product that you can use. It's about $7 to $8 for a bottle of this, which is really good. Another product you can use if you have a problem with buildup on your gun and it's really hard for you to get the gunpowder and stuff like that off of your gun, you can get this product. It's called Flitz. I have a friend of mine who has a Steyr GB 9mm, had a hard time trying to get his barrel clean. This product, it's a polishing compound. Polished up his barrel, made it look brand new, like nothing ever happened to it. So what I'm going to do is, if you have your sidearm in front of you, to make sure that it's properly emptied, here's my magazine. I'm going to put the magazine inside it. Okay, if your gun is loaded, which my gun is loaded now, I'm going to decock it, obviously. I'm going to eject the magazine out of it and then drop the round out. Okay, that is if your gun is loaded. Okay, I generally have my gun loaded wherever I go, or when I'm here at the house for home defense, my gun is always loaded. But always take that extra precaution and make sure that your gun is empty. First off, check the bottom. Okay, we can see daylight through. That means I don't have my magazine in. Now we're going to check the barrel. Okay, there's nothing in the barrel. Now we're going to disassemble the P95. It comes apart in 5 different pieces. Okay, very easy gun to take apart. All right, so what you're going to do is, you're going to take the action slide, you're going to slide it back, okay, and then inside, there's a pin inside of here. We're going to take that pin and push it down right there, okay? Then we're going to slide it back forward, readjust your grip, okay? And what we're going to do is, we're going to pull the action slide back again, okay? I'm going to pull it back again to where the two little lines on the gun, to where they line up. Sorry about that. I dropped my my camera there. The 2 little lines on the gun. So you're going to back it up. You're going to push the. You're going to pull the pin out, just like that. Trying to get my pin out. There's my pin. There's my pin. We're going to release the action slide forward. Now the whole front of the gun should come apart. Bam. There it is. All right. So there's part number 1. Okay. There's part number 2. We're going to pop the guide rail out. Bam. Part number 3. And now we're going to pull the barrel out. Part number 4, and then you have the action slide, part number 5. So you've got all 5 parts apart. Okay, and you can see I'm very particular about how my gun looks, how clean it is. I'm very nostalgic on how I want things to look as far as my gun. I prefer guns that are two-tone, so so I know how clean they are and stuff like that. So to reassemble it, it's not that hard. You're going to take the barrel, slide it back down, slide it back down into the gun. We're going to take the guide rod. Guide rod can only go in one way, alright? So we're going to put the guide rod in, and we're going to push it forward to where it locks in place. Bam. Locked in place. Make sure it's level, okay? You want to make sure that it is centered with the rail back here. Okay, now we're going to take our actual handle and with our trigger, and we're going to slide it right back on. Okay, simple enough, right? Yeah, it's not hard to take apart and put back together. So then we're going to push our action slide back to where the two little lines line up on the gun, which are right here. You can actually see one of the lines right there. Okay, and then we're going to put our lock pin back in. Okay, so we're going to do that. Bam. Gun is put back in place. Alright, make sure your magazine is empty because you have to reset the pin on the inside. Okay, so I know the magazine is empty. We can see it right there. So we're going to put that back in, and then we're going to inject the magazine back out, and then lock the gun back in place. There we are. That's how you disassemble the Ruger P95 9mm. Phenomenal handgun. It's an ambidextrous gun for left-handed people or right-handed people. Alright, so we're going to set the Ruger P95 aside. And the round that I had in the chamber, I'm going to set that aside. Obviously, I'm not going to put it back in my magazine. Okay, next, this one's going to be fun. This is the Glock 21 45 cal. You can see where it says Glock right there, 21, and then back over here it says 45 cal and stuff. So we're going to disassemble this. Make sure your magazine is out. Obviously, on the bottom, you're going to rack the slide back. Make sure that you're empty, and you can see that yes, I am empty. So the way that you take the Glocks apart, it can be kind of tedious if you don't know what you're doing. This Glock does have tritium night sights on it, so these night sights they glow in the dark, and they're about $100 to $150 for the night sights, depending on where you get it from. Okay, so but it just adds to the gun, so you can actually see what you're shooting at in the middle of the night and stuff if somebody were to like break into your house or something like that. So now, the gun is it's a fairly large handgun, so what I'm going to do is, because it is empty, you have to pull the trigger on it to decock it. Okay, so you have to do that. Okay, and then you've got this black pin right here on this side, and you got one on the other side. So what you have to do is you have to pull your slide back just right. Okay, pull both pins down, let the slide go, and I didn't pull one down. There we go, and then the whole thing comes apart. It's just like the Ruger P95. You got your guide rail in there, then you have your barrel and stuff, but you don't have the lock pin that goes in on it. So we're going to reassemble it, put it back together, and the cool thing is when the Glock locks back in place, once you actually have the action slide on the gun, you just pull it back, you hear a click. That means it's already locked back in place. Alright, your gun on your Glock is reassembled. And the majority of the Glocks are made the same way. So they're not that hard to take apart. They're very easy to clean. They're a lot of fun to shoot. And they're extremely accurate. Thank you.